Hello and welcome to Beyond Babbitt. This is your host, Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. Shalom, welcome, hello everyone. It's a late night video, early night video, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's early morning. And I named it Terminated. I'm just checking in with you guys to see where you are in your coming out process. Um, so the reason I named this video Terminated is because I want you to think about something. If your job, if your place of employment fired you today, if you were terminated today, what would you do? Would you be able to survive? Would you still be able to make a living? Or would you have to go and try to get unemployment or beg for someone else to hire you or something like that? Or are you self-sustainable? That's basically where I am. Since we've deemed that all news now is fake news, I haven't been paying much attention to it. It's all deception. It's all meant to get you into the New World Order. Um, yeah, there's still wars and rumors of wars. They're still trying to take the guns. They're still trying to force vaccinations. There's still an economic collapse. None of that's changed. We still have allies and enemies surrounding everybody. But the war is about good and evil. Yah and Hasatan. So what you want to do, we're at the point now where the great deception is basically nearly here. You want to come out of her, my people, all the way out. You don't want to watch their TV shows. You don't want to work at their jobs. You don't want to shop at their stores. So where are you right now? Are you making the connections? If the grocery store closed down today, where would your next meal come from? I mean, do you know the people who grow or raise their own food? Um, do you grow or raise your own food? Do you have a system of barter? Our business, a viable business that can sustain you in case of economic collapse. This is the point where we should all be working towards, and that's what I'm getting to now, guys. Um, Trying to get to the level of business/barter to where if corporate America shut down today and fired everyone, fired me and everyone else, I'd still be all right without missing a beat. The bills would be paid, food would be on the table. And that's where I want y'all guys to be because I'm not paying attention to the 2020 elections. I'm not paying attention to the shenanigans happening all over the country. I'm focusing on Yah, on His plan. I'm standing on His word, His plan, His will. I'm focusing on my purpose. I'm focusing on sustainability, not depending on government for anything, not depending on the governmental system for anything. Um, Completely out of the Babylonian system. And it's hard because, I say I've pulled out so far, but I got so bored the other day because, I haven't watched TV in a while. I don't watch TV. And now I don't even watch the news. And, oh man, it's just like being on an island all by yourself. Um, so I'm looking for like-minded people. That's the step. We're building our community. We're building our own family. Um, and then the Bible speaks about he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. I'm also looking in that direction. A like-minded wife, brethren, like-minded, coming out. Yeah, I mean, it's more than just saying gonna go to the 501c3 anymore. It's a lot deeper than that. Everything is a part of the system. You were born into it. And so that's why I haven't been doing a lot of shows yet. I'm trying to be about my purpose, be about my father's business, take care of my business. So I'm trying to, I don't know the time frame. I don't know how much time we have, but I'm trying to separate. I'm not worried about nuclear bombs. I'm not worried about the measles outbreak. I'm not worried about Ebola or any of that other stuff because it's not going to come near me. It's not those plagues. If I succeed in coming out of Babylon, becoming separate, those things are not going to affect me one way or the other. And that's the way you need to think. That's what Yah said. Um, so yeah, I'm just working on sustainability, having a viable business or barter system to where I could survive if corporate America, if the doors were shut tomorrow and everything was locked down and closed. I'd still have the relationships with the people who grow the food or raise the food. And so it's like they don't want to see me tell the truth, guys. They don't want to see me tell y'all the truth. Um, but invest in yourself, guys. Invest in yourself and your family. Invest in your dream. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the like. I don't know if anyone's speaking to me in chat because they haven't. There has been a time before where they've blocked the chat where I couldn't see anything. This may be one of those times. I can't see anything in chat, so it may be blocked. But so yeah, guys, that's where we need to be focusing on right now. We need to become our own doctors. We need to be concerned with our own health. We need to be our own central bankers and our own employers, our own businessmen and women. And then we're going to become our own communities and our own societies, and we'll be totally separate, pulled out, and we won't have to worry about the plagues that Babylon is going to face. So the things of Babylon get in your body. You know, what does it say? All the things that are in the word. It say, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. But it said, what's in the world? The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the cares of this life. Those things are not of Yah. And that's what we have to get our eyes off of this. The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the cares of this life. We have to separate from that. Like Peter, when he walked on water, he separated from his natural cares. He asked the Father, he asked Yahshua, can I come out on the water? If that's you, bid me to come out on the water and walk with you on the water. He said, okay, come on. And he had the faith initially to get out there and do it. He stepped out on faith. But his mind came back to himself. He was like, wait a minute. I can't do this. I'm not supposed to be walking on water. There's sharks under here and whales and fish, and there's too much water to drink. I can't swim in this deep water, the waves and the wind. He got scared. He fell because his faith got weak. Yeah. You need, once you build your faith up, to ask for permission to walk on that water. Stay on that water. You need people around you with that like-minded faith. I'm saying we need to uphold. Men sailing on their ego trips. All right, we're back. So I just wanted to tell you guys that the further you can come out, the faster you can come out, the better. You don't need to be like, well, I'm coming out next month, next year, in 5 years, in 10 years when I retire, whatever. No, come out right now. Come out today. Do these things today. Make the relationships today. And separate as far as you can from Babylon. Because there's some dark days coming. And you don't want to be like Lot's wife. To when they had to evacuate, the angels told them don't look back, and she couldn't take her heart off of it. She couldn't get her mind off of it. She looked back and turned into a pillar of salt. So before we have to evacuate, let's get our mind off of it. The sin can get in your eyes, can get in your body in 5 different ways, 6 actually. So through your 5 senses, your sense of smell, taste, sight, hearing, touch, and then your spirit, the 6th dimension. So we need to make sure what we're feeding ourselves, not just the physical, the spirit at all times, the things we're looking at, the things we're listening to, the things that are touching us or we're touching, the things we're smelling. All these can put you in a lustful or a bad situation, and you don't want to be there. So that's all I want to say, guys. Make sure that um, make sure you're doing your best to come out. Don't just go along with the norm. Don't just, oh, I got a job, I go there every day. Oh, I got a church, I go there every week. The same routine. Because something has to change. Something has to change, and you have to be set apart. So that's where I am now. Like I said, I'm testing my economic viability, barterability, business to sustain in case corporate America shuts down. And then I'm looking for my wife or wives or concubine or concubines, whatever y'all sees fit. And I can't go back into the same mindset. I can't mix this, what I've learned, back with the worldly system. It's not going to work because the world is not going to change their system. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day. He's still going to a 501c3 and he keeps finding out new truths in the scripture and bringing it to the pastor. Well, guess what? The pastor's like, oh, okay, I know. I already know this. And he's confused because he's showing them stuff in scripture that doesn't line up with what's going on in the 501c3. And the pastor's like, oh, I know it. And he gives a reason or excuse of why, yeah, we do it like this, or we're going to do this, and we ain't changing nothing. And that's how it is for most of us when we wake up. When we wake up from our slumber, from our sleep, and we find out how deep the rabbit hole is, how many layers of the onion there was, how much of a spell they had us under. And as we come out, we show others. Some laugh and poo-poo it, ha, ha, ha. But then there are others who have already got the knowledge, education, and they're complicit to be in the system. So like my friend, he found out something, he go take it to the pastor. Look, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is what they said, this and this, and it's looking like there's no, wow. Okay, great, I know. As you start to wake up, you'll see who already is complicit, who knows and continues to operate in it, and whose eyes are waking up and they're doing something different. When you know better, you have to do better, guys. Anyway, I just wanted to touch bases with y'all, put this on your mind to see where you are. I mean, do you have a garden? Do you have a way to purify your water? The bug out locations, that's great, but we may not have to go anywhere. What we need is a community, like-minded people. Okay. If you were fired today, if you were terminated today, how would you survive? Will you have to beg for help, go to the food bank or get unemployment or something like that? Or is it something that just second nature is going to kick in and you're going to make it? Think about that, guys. Anyway, this is Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt. Thank y'all for joining. Love y'all. Peace, blessings. Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt. Over and out.